Okay, so right behind me is the famous bombed buildings that you see. You see them right here, going all across and even over there. I would get closer, but I don't know if I really feel comfortable recording in front of it, especially because there's always police presence who are kind of guarding that area. And these buildings were bombed, yeah, during the NATO raids. And think, why does Serbia keep them like this? Why do they not repair them, make them new structures? Well, it plays into the whole thing of memory politics. They want to keep them there to remember what happened to them, to kind of still brew that anti-NATO sentiment amongst even the young Serbians who may have not lived during that time. And I mean, you can think of for yourself why Serbia will continue to keep these up as a memory. But yeah, when you're here, they are stark. And over here behind my shoulder, you have this huge military poster encouraging people to join the Serbian military, and it is strategically placed on one of the buildings that NATO bombed, almost as a kind of like, look what NATO did to us, join our military to ensure that this doesn't happen again. I walk by these buildings nearly every single day just on my regular day-to-day commute, and at first they gave like a chilling feeling, but now it's just kind of like a part of my daily life. People don't go and look at these as like an, oh my god, it just kind of serves as like a reminder in the back of the head, you know? But when you're in Belgrade, you have to stop and walk by here. And the military poster, hands down the largest military advertisement in terms of sheer size that I have seen anywhere in the world of anywhere I have traveled to. I'm at lovely Tashmajdan Park, and I frequently come here because it is literally like a 6-minute walk from where I'm currently living in my apartment, and I love it just how it's this big open space. So I take strolls through it. Sometimes I go and I sit on the bench and I relax. It is right in the middle of Vračar, but here is why you need to visit here if you are coming to Belgrade to visit, because of the history that is here. So there's one statue that I'm going to show you first that relates to the NATO bombings in 1999, and then also the media building that was bombed. We're going to show you that too. Okay, so this is maybe one of the most famous statues that is in all of Belgrade. So it is a little girl holding a teddy bear, and you see how it is written both in Serbian Cyrillic and as well as Latin English, saying we were just children, and it is to commemorate the children who lost their lives. I believe the number is 60 plus during the NATO bombings in 1999. And you look at this, and especially seeing the letterings at the bottom and what it says, how it says about the NATO aggression, it makes you wonder kind of why this was placed here. Why is it in English, not just Serbian? Well, I mean, the reason for it is it shows that Serbia feels like they were the ones that were actually oppressed, and they want it in English, so you have foreign visitors like me who are coming, like you when you come here, to see this, and it's kind of like a message of like, look what you did to us. You see that with so many monuments throughout the city, and you just see everywhere like this immense nationalism and really national pride. And you could say that the 90s, while Yugoslavia was really divided, especially along ethnic lines, that you see the Serb people themselves came together. And yeah, the history, oh my god, it's crazy, because I have been studying this my entire time, and as I continue to be here longer. So it's when you're on the ground here, you really feel at a much deeper level than just by like watching a YouTube video, but you still go check out videos on it. So with the air raids by NATO, everybody in Belgrade who lived through the time has a story, whether they personally lost a loved one, someone they knew, or just overall, you know, had to be in the city while bombs were coming down. I mean, some of the stories that you hear are powerful. Right behind me is the Serbian National Media Building, and you can see that, okay, a lot of it is still, you know, is like the regular building, but look at this right here. Again, here's another example of a building that was bombed that they have not rebuilt for the purpose of being able to showcase to the world and kind of like engrave in everyone's memory, like, look what the West did to us. You may think to yourself, why did they bomb the National official media building, that it was just civilians who were reporters, had nothing to do with the military. Well, actually, it did have to do with the military because it was the media building was responsible for sending out messages and then reporting things from Serbian perspective and like all of that. So that is the NATO rationale of why they wanted to take it out. I mean, when you're here, you just understand how sensitive of topics these are, and yeah, it's engraved so deeply in these people's memories. And here's a monument right behind me for the bombing that took place here on the 23rd December 1999. You see it's all in Serbian, and you see there's actually a picture on the very bottom of what the rubble actually looked like at the time.